Hi, everyone. I'm your host today with Around Town with Tom, and I have a fantastic guest, Vera Jones. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Vera's Voiceworks and is an incredible organization.
Yeah.
You've been a part of that, and you started that how long ago?
2008, so I can't do math. What is that? Almost 17 years now.
Wow, 17 years. I met you about 15, 16 years ago when you were kind of kicking this off.
Yeah.
And when I met you, you had written a book, Playing Through the Foul.
Yes.
So tell us about your books, your leadership, and all your stuff that you have with that.
I'm pretty much grounded from a sports background.
Yep.
So I played at Syracuse
Yes.
University. I played basketball at
Yep.
Syracuse University. And everything I really learned early on just came from all of the analogies and metaphors from sports.
Yeah.
You know, how to play through the foul. That
Yeah.
was the biggest lesson I learned in sport was, if you're going to play, it's a contact sport, and life is the same way.
And
It's
referees are gonna call fouls.
Referees don't always call it the way, you know, so, and you just got to keep playing, you
Yes.
know, you can't sit there and complain, and you got to keep playing. And so that was probably one of the best lessons I've ever learned, because life does the same thing to us,
Yes,
right?
it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. When you get fouled, you can sit there and cry about it, or you can continue playing the game because
Yeah.
the clock's still turning.
Right.
You still got to try to score points.
Yep.
And if you stop, you can't score any points.
That's right.
And you're not helping your teammates, and you got to continue to play the game.
Yeah.
I loved that book.
Yeah.
I loved that message because it is so true, not only in the world of sports, but in the world of business. And
Definitely.
and it resonates so well.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. Tell us about some of these other books that you've written.
I also did a memoir. There's a video that went viral, 47 million views at the time. I think the biggest thing that ever happened to me. But I shared the story about my son, who had a brain tumor. My son Andrew, a brain tumor at the age of 12, and he lost his sight. And then he got just a little bit of it back. So he is a visually impaired individual, but the challenges, talking about play through the foul.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, you know, he almost lost his life, and it was a very, very long road. But I learned leadership lessons even from that. And the biggest one was empathy.
Yes.
And then beyond that, I went on to write yet another book. There were many, many books that were based on empathy, but the most recent one you actually have here, a Leadership 6S. When you say 6 and S together, you get success.
Yes,
Clever.
I love it.
Right,
love
but it's really just based on the power of empathy when you begin to see and lead through another person's eyes, right? Not the way I want it done, but the way you're capable of doing
Yeah.
it. When you begin to coach and lead, that's how you find success.
100%. The scars and tattoos that you've battled through to get
Yeah.
there. I mean, obviously, Andrew graduated from Florida Deaf and Blind.
Yeah.
Also, Florida State University.
Correct.
Independent young man.
Yeah.
That's a check the box, a huge win.
Yeah.
And he's technically today you're one of your assistants. You have two.
Yeah.
I'm uber proud because I've got a front row seat to see a lot of this success. As you share the story of your journey in your books, empathetic leadership has been a baseline on all of them, and now you've taken it to another level. Success Leadership is a game-changing book, and you're taking it to organizations and companies, and you know, you even touched and working maybe a little bit with Vistage and talking to CEOs.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that and how that's going.
Yeah, it's going great. It really is. People tend to think about empathy as a soft skill. Oh, that's what you got to be soft and emotional. And I was like, no, empathy is a superpower.
Yes.
Because what it does is it allows me, like I said, to see through your lens, to care enough about what motivates you.
Yeah.
Because if I care enough and I know enough about what motivates you, I've made my job easier.
Yes.
Right? My job as a leader isn't so hard. And what I found after 10 years of research is that there are about 6 core motivators that you're going to find in your workplace, you're going to find in your relationships. And once you tap into what that core motivator is, for instance, the first and biggest S is significance.
Yes.
About 36% of the population is motivated by significance. They want to know how they matter.
Yeah.
If you're motivated by significance.
Oh, yeah.
When I know I'm doing something that makes a difference in someone's life, I keep going. That's what wakes me up, even on the toughest days. So that's really what the whole foundation of leadership success is all about. It's just understanding. There's a test inside that helps you understand, or an assessment test, so you learn your motivator.
Yeah.
And then the goal is just to learn the motivations of the people that you work with. And once you have enough empathy to do that, leadership isn't so hard.
Right here, this book. I'm so proud and honored to be part of it.
Yeah, yeah, you're in it. You're in it.
I'm excited.
I used to work for this guy,
Yeah,
and
so-
you taught me in your own way. You taught me the power of empathy, just caring, because I know that that's what made the difference for me, and that's how it started. Is what made the difference for me over the years when I lacked the motivation. How did I find it? Right, and then I could point to 2 or 3 really, really great leaders who empathically cared enough about what motivated me and got me going. And yeah, you were my superstar for that. So thank you.
Well, you're my superhero as well. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Awesome job. And how to love them and lead them with empathy. Leadership Success. Go check this out. It's an amazing book. It's full of vitamins and minerals. I love it. Well, guys, thank you for being on the show or being a part of the show today, Vera. And if you'd like to learn a lot more about Vera Jones, go to dailynewsnetwork.com. Cheers and thank you.
Coastal Wildlife and Pest Services is a local, family-owned and operated pest and wildlife removal company operating in Northeast Florida. We specialize in managing all wildlife and all pests. So if it's squirrels, rats, raccoons, snakes, you've got somebody actively controlling these issues on your property so that you don't have to worry about having some sudden scare. You know who can handle that and take care of it so that it doesn't have to knock you out of your daily routine of life.